It was midnight, and the city lay in silence, shadows stretching across empty streets. Chem held a cold, rusty key in his hand. He didn't know how it had appeared in his mailbox, only that a postcard had come with it. On the back, written in hurried, almost desperate handwriting, "Room 7. Waiting for you. Don't be late." Chem's heart raced. Every instinct told him to throw the key away and run. But curiosity always found a way. He clutched the key tighter, his knuckles turning white. Slowly, he started walking. In the distance, a building loomed, dark and silent, like a predator ready to swallow the night. The abandoned Grandview Hotel had stood empty for decades, its reputation long tarnished by rumors of strange occurrences and unexplained events. For years, locals had dared to stay away, believing it haunted by restless spirits. But for Chem, the mystery was too great to ignore. The weathered key felt heavy in his pocket as he walked. Each step echoed in the stillness, the sound swallowed by the darkness. He stopped before the heavy oak door, its surface scarred and scratched, the brass knocker shaped like a snarling wolf's head. Taking a deep breath, Chem knocked. The sound reverberated through the unnerving silence, seeming to mock his intrusion. He waited, his heart pounding against his ribs, each second stretching into an eternity. When he heard a sound, a scraping and shuffling, his blood ran cold. Was it a cat, a mouse, or something more sinister? Whatever it was, it seemed to be coming closer. Then the door creaked open, revealing a gaping black hole from which an unnatural stillness emanated. The stench of dust and decay hit him like a physical blow, bringing tears to his eyes. With shaking hands, he stepped inside, closing the door behind him. The corridor was long and narrow, the air thick with the scent of decay. Faint shafts of moonlight sliced through grimy windows, illuminating swirling dust particles and revealing faded grandeur. Ornate wallpaper hung in peeling strips, and cobwebs draped across once gilded mirrors. As he ventured deeper, the silence became oppressive, broken only by the sound of his own ragged breathing and the distant drip, drip, drip of a leaking pipe. Suddenly, the floorboards groaned beneath him, and the sound of a door slamming somewhere in the darkness made him jump. His flashlight flickered, casting grotesque shadows that danced and twisted on the walls. And then he saw it. A door slightly ajar at the end of the hall. A brass nameplate on it gleamed faintly, its inscription almost illegible. It read simply, "Room 7. He was about to knock when the door swung open, revealing a dimly lit room. As he stepped inside, the door clicked shut behind him, and the key fell from his hand, clattering to the floor. Startled, he bent down to retrieve it. That was when he noticed a single photograph on the desk. It was a portrait of himself as a young boy, his features both familiar and strangely alien. He couldn't remember ever seeing that dress or those curtains behind him. Yet there was something about the picture that tugged at his memory, as if it were a half-forgotten dream. As he continued exploring, his eyes widened in disbelief. Every photograph in the room depicted him at various stages of his life, yet none of them seemed to match any memory he had. There were pictures of him as a carefree child, a curious teenager, and even a solemn young adult. But the most unsettling aspect was that in every photograph, he was alone. There were no family members, no friends, no lovers. It was as if he had lived an isolated existence, cut off from all human connection. The photographs weren't just a collection of images. They were a meticulously curated timeline of his life, devoid of any context or explanation.